welcome. You're watching 11 Live and I'm Archana Solanki. Top focus remains the uprising in Chennai's Marina Beach for Jallikattu. Everyone from all walks of life descending at the Marina Beach, demanding that the ban on Jallikattu be revoked immediately. The festival of Pongal might be over, but the demand to legalize Jallikattu is only intensifying. In an unprecedented civilian movement, the youth of Tamil Nadu, especially Chennai, descended on the streets claiming that the culture of the state was in danger. The voice of Tamil Nadu's youth echoed across the country, forcing the Chief Minister to take an appointment with Prime Minister Modi to discuss the sport.
January 17, 10:30 p.m., Marina Beach.
After a series of protests that we have seen in Madurai, the Jallikattu protests have started in Chennai as well. We have young volunteers who have come all the way to the Marina Beach in Chennai saying that they want Jallikattu.
January 18, Tuesday, the crowd swelled further.
The protest for Jallikattu is only getting stronger day by day, and today for the second day people have gathered outside the marina and they're saying that they will not leave this premises until justice is served to them.
And this is not just in Chennai. From Coimbatore to Madurai, the chants seeking the return of the outlawed bull taming sport rang out across Tamil Nadu.
We are in the edge losing our culture. So we youngsters initiated us in social media and we gathered here.
Obviously, we will continue this until we are getting a protest has been succeeding. The politicians should be arriving here. We need OPS should be arriving here and give a solution.
Well, it's not just in the cities of Chennai and Madurai, but even in the most remote locations of Tamil Nadu, the locals have come out protesting against the ban on Jallikattu.
The People's March remained peaceful, even though the protesters far outnumbered police everywhere. Some people in Madurai were even detained. With his biggest mass upheaval witnessed since Amma's death, politics was inevitable.
The Chief Minister himself should go meet the students who are protesting there and give them the assurance what his party intends to do and keep up with that assurance.
When I was Environment Minister, we had already issued a notification which has not been quashed by Supreme Court. But the implementation of the notification has been stayed.
This thumping show of Tamil strength made one thing clear. This is more than just a bullfight. It's the Tamil pride now at stake. And the torture versus tradition debate is far from over. With Akshaya Nath, Revati Rajivan, Akshita Nandgopal and Pramod Madhav in Chennai, Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, for more on that, I'm joined by India Today's Pramod Madhav, who's giving us minute-by-minute details on the latest that's taking place at Marina Beach. Pramod, over to you. What's the latest?
Well, I got to tell you that this particular location over here, Marina Beach, you see a lot of youth, strong spirit, young spirit who are here for one cause which can be depicted in just one video alone. On the left side, you see the bull. On the right side, you see the farmer. This is what they are fighting for. The culture and the ability to keep the farmers safe and protected, the farmers' heritage as well. This is a crowd over here. They are still staying strong. All adamant that Jallikattu should be brought down, stating that it is a tradition. Not just that, I'm going to ask you one person over here. You mentioned about Tamil Nadu and the necessity for it to be protected. What is it?
எங்களுக்கு கோரிக்கை ஜல்லிக்கட்டு நடத்தணும். இந்த வரவழி போராட்டம் மூலமா மத்திய மாநில அரசுகளுக்கு எங்களோட கோரிக்கை போய் சேரணும். அதுக்கு தான் இந்த வட இந்திய ஊடகங்கள் எங்களை அதிகமா ப்ரொஜெக்ட் பண்ணவே கிடையாது. இந்த போராட்டத்தை அவங்க சொல்றது மூலமா தான் மத்திய அரசோட காதுக்கு போகும். அவங்க வந்து அவசர சட்டம் போடணும், அது நடத்தணும். ஏன் அப்படிதான் நாங்க ஜல்லிக்கட்டு நடத்த முடியும். இதே மாதிரி சுப்ரீம் கோர்ட்ல கர்நாடகால நடந்தப்ப
he's bringing up the legal point here. He's stating that they want an ordinance. That is what is very important here. Because without an ordinance, the Jallikattu cannot be conducted. And the instant this Jallikattu is just a resemblance of keeping the Tamil tradition safe. And I'm going to ask you over here, what is the condition? Where are you from? How did you get an off from your work? Because this is Wednesday. What are you doing here?
We just need justice over here. We all gather over here for a Tamil year. We all Tamil people. We support all Tamil. And Subramanian Swami said, we are Portuguese. He is a womanizer. He is a womanizer. Subramanian Swami.
We have to agree to the Tamil people now extremely unhappy with Subramanian Swami's comments. From morning they have been stating that, and apparently Swami has not given any kind of reply to what he has said. They say that it was not right on Subramanian Swami's calling Tamilians as loafers. Sir, you want Jallikattu right now. What is the condition in Alanganallur? They had a protest yesterday. What is the condition in Alanganallur right now?
See, right now the protest is still on because for conducting the Jallikattu, basically we have to ride 5 temple bulls. Okay, Jallikattu, first we have to run the temple bulls, that is part of the village. There are 5 temple bulls that needs to be run. But the state is not ready to run the temple bulls. The temple bulls are unharmed. Nobody touches it. That is the tradition. We just want to do it because then only we can do the Pongal.
But this is an important thing here. You have to see, like last time they did not conduct Jallikattu, and they have a superstition right now that because of that Tamil Nadu is facing a drought. And right now they want to release its 5 temple bulls, stating that at least this time there will be rain, monsoon will be good, and they will have a good harvest. This is also seems to be one important reason they want Jallikattu conducted here. Back to you, Archana.
All right, Pramod, like these people are strongly backing Jallikattu, but what is their take on the fact that it's the Supreme Court that has banned the sport?
Well, I'll ask him actually right now. There is one more important question. This is a ban by the Supreme Court.
What are you going to do? Now, I will give some one example. The same condition. The Supreme Court ordered to the central government. Within 4 days, you need to form the Kaveri Melanmai Variyam. But our Attorney General told to Supreme Court, this is our இது ஒரு கொள்கை முடிவு அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. So the Supreme Court should not enter government decisions. Though that time government breaking that condition. So the same way we are expecting the breaking the condition put to the அவசர சட்டம் கொண்டு வந்து
It's very simple. It seems like many people have not followed the Supreme Court's order, be it Karnataka or the central government itself, because they earlier agreed to bring the Kaveri Water Tribunal within 4 days, and then they said it is not possible. So now the question is that when Andhra can conduct Jallikattu in Chittoor, why can't we conduct it? This is a question they are putting back to us, and I can't give an exact reply because it's a legal matter. The politicians are the ones who are supposed to reply to it because they seem to have evaded the Supreme Court's order.
One more point.
Yeah, Pramod, they are giving the Kaveri water example, but 2 wrongs don't make a right. It was a contempt of court, but are these people aware that this may also amount to contempt of court? Because the Supreme Court has clearly stated that animals cannot be subject to cruelty even if it's an age-long tradition.
Well, Archana, the thing is that we spoke to a lot of people over here. To them, Jallikattu is not cruelty. Well, when we come for traditional way of the way they conduct Jallikattu, the bulls, they are reared like one part of a family, a member of the family. And what happens in Jallikattu, they state like between 2000 and 2009, a lot of people started conducting Jallikattu without regulations, and that is when there were so many instances where the bulls were harmed. Apparently, after 2009, Supreme Court intervened, a lot were brought in, and even the state government officials were there, and they state like that no harms were produced. Unfortunately, there have been certain instances where I brought this kind of evidence stating that the bulls were harmed, and that is the reason the ban was extended. Now, what the people over here are stating is that they don't want to cause any cause of cruelty to the animals. They want to regulate Jallikattu. Jallikattu should be regulated. They don't worry about any kind of strong amendments, but Jallikattu should happen. Otherwise, it is not good for the state. That is what they are explaining to us, Archana.
Okay, Pramod, I want to know one thing. Like, you've spent a lot of time with these people. So what is their plan? Do they want to stay put at Marina Beach, or are they waiting for some sort of an announcement? What is the next plan?
Well, Archana, it seems like till evening there was no conclusive plan. All they wanted was Jallikattu to be conducted. That was their only one opinion. Right now, Chief Minister O.Panneerselvam has left for Delhi through 9 p.m. flight, and he will reach around 11:30 p.m. He is going to meet the Prime Minister, and he has said already that he's going to give excess pressure to bring an ordinance. We don't know how far that is going to be conclusive. But I'm going to ask you over here, what is your next plan?
Sir, our next plan is we will wait till the ordinance is being prepared by the central government. Okay, we need the ordinance, and then the government putting the ball back, saying that the matter is sub judice is not the question. The government knows every trick in the book, okay, and it knows what needs to be done. We are not ready to get lost in the details of this case. Okay, we have told very clearly the ordinance has to come. Okay, and the court has to come out with the judgment. It is sitting on the judgment for the past 1 month, and since we asked it needs to be delivered by Pongal, they are further sitting it.
Well, Archana, it's very unfortunate that the people are very sad over here, stating that the judgment is already ready, and if the judgment is pronounced, they can go ahead and if it is like favorable, fine. If it is not favorable, they can go ahead and appeal against it, or can be done. But since the judgment is sitting for a very long period, they are unable to do anything, and they want to go for an ordinance, which of course is like not something that is practiced in India. So they are in a dilemma, and right now what you see over here is that they are waiting for more than 1.5 days. It's going to be the second night over here. They all are waiting over here. These are people who have to work tomorrow morning. These are people who have to go to colleges tomorrow morning. But still they are waiting over here, and they want some kind of conclusion. And they believe that the Chief Minister is the one. Somewhere or other, he's going to give an answer tomorrow.
All right, Pramod, please stay on with us, because we would like to give some reactions to our viewers. People from all walks of life have spoken against and for Jallikattu. So let's take a listen to R.J. Balaji, who's made a strong argument in favor of Jallikattu.
Vanakkam, I'm R.J. Balaji. Right now I'm in Coimbatore. Not only in Coimbatore, in any part of Tamil Nadu, you can see students, youngsters protesting for the verdict that is given against Jallikattu, because Jallikattu is a tradition is what everyone from North Indian media thinks, and also like people think we are mad, and somebody from politics called us porikis. You just have to come to any city in Tamil Nadu to know what kind of protest this is. Maybe Gandhiji in pre-independence era has protested in a silent, peaceful way. That is exactly what is happening right now. In every city across Tamil Nadu, no student is going against the law. Even the police is they are coping up with the students, because they are so well behaved. No bus has been damaged, nobody has been drunk, nobody is not misbehaving with girls. So it is a protest that India has never seen in past 5-6 decades after independence. And I just want to ask everybody from north and rest of India, you guys know Anna Hazare had a protest in Jantar Mantar, and everybody around Anna Hazare had a political agenda. Right from Arvind Kejriwal, who is Chief Minister, Kiran Bedi, who is a Governor, everybody had a political agenda, and the whole national media gave so much of importance. They thought it is a revolution in India. This is revolution in India, because this is a movement started by students, and it doesn't have any agenda, any motives. Okay, one thing, this is to the Prime Minister, to the Cabinet Minister, and to the media, everyone. You guys, please, you don't have to agree with our cause. Maybe you support Jallikattu or you are against Jallikattu. We don't want you to agree with the cause. Please understand the spirit of the people. We just want you to understand the spirit. Respect that spirit.
All right, there you heard R.J. Balaji, who's saying that maybe you can oppose or support Jallikattu, but please try and understand the Tamil pride and the Tamil spirit that Jallikattu is a symbol of. Going back to my correspondent Pramod Madhav, who's giving us live updates from Chennai's Marina Beach. Pramod, can you please update us with the latest, because we heard that the 31 colleges will remain shut in Tamil Nadu tomorrow.
But how can the see, it was
Well, it seems like many college students all across Tamil Nadu, they have extended their support for Jallikattu and they have protesters today as well. But we have to tell that everything was a peaceful protest. There was no kind of major incidents where we had any kind of damage to public property, nothing like that. It was completely peaceful, and for this reason, tomorrow, just to be on a cautious note, 31 colleges have been given a day off, and people 31 for now, and it might extend as well. And the protest people, right, as we spoke to here, they are not ready to leave from this place because they want to wait until the Jallikattu is brought. But we have to also see that this is not just him. It was the politicians of various parties which first extended their support, stating that they gave them promises stating that Jallikattu will definitely happen. They said it will definitely happen, not just Congress, BJP, ADMK, TMK, everybody promised it, but finally it did not happen. So right now they have lost the patience over here, and this is a culmination of it. They are waiting for a kind of ordinance or any kind of positive review. All they want is the tradition to be saved and Jallikattu to be conducted.
All right, thank you so much, Pramod Madhav, for giving us the latest information on everything that is taking place at Chennai's Marina Beach. That is our top focus, but right now it's time to wrap up this edition. Stay tuned to India Today.